Okay, so ready to dive in. Today we're looking at
Infinite abundance.
yeah, infinite abundance.
Always good topic.
Right. It's like who doesn't want more good stuff in their life? Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
So we're taking a deep dive into this article, Infinite Abundance in the Universe.
By Shawn Wondunna-Foley.
Yeah, by Shawn Wondunna-Foley. It was just published, what, like December 4th on
www.innerway.com.au.
right, www.innerway.com.au. The idea that the universe is like this overflowing source of abundance isn't exactly new, right?
Oh, definitely not. It's been around for centuries in various spiritual and philosophical traditions.
Right, right. But what I found interesting about Wondunna-Foley's take is how he connects it to personal power, you know?
Yeah, that was fascinating. He's basically saying we can tap into this universal abundance almost like plugging into a cosmic power grid.
Yeah, exactly. Like we have the ability to draw what we need from this infinite source. So I'm curious, do you think this is just a rehash of old ideas, or is there something new and insightful here?
I think there's definitely a fresh perspective here. For me, it's how he ties this ancient concept of abundance to the idea of becoming a magnet for positivity.
Oh, yeah, that part about aligning our intentions with our higher selves. So is he just repackaging the law of attraction, or is there a subtle difference? Because I know the law of attraction gets a lot of buzz these days.
He doesn't explicitly mention the law of attraction, but the underlying principle is definitely similar. It's about aligning our thoughts, beliefs, and actions with what we want to attract into our lives.
Okay, so it's about becoming a vibrational match for the things we desire.
Yes. And that brings us to another key point in the article, the emphasis on vibrational frequencies.
Oh, yeah, he talks about that a lot, right? Like raising our vibration to align with love, freedom, and prosperity. But what does that actually mean, practically speaking?
Well, the article suggests that everything is energy vibrating at different frequencies. And if we want to experience more abundance, we need to raise our vibration to match that frequency.
Okay, I think I'm following you. So if we're constantly dwelling on negative emotions like fear, anger, or scarcity, we're actually lowering our vibration and repelling the very things we want.
Exactly. It's like trying to tune into a radio station, but being on the wrong frequency. You're not going to pick up the signal.
Right, right. It's like trying to attract abundance while broadcasting a frequency of lack. Makes sense. So on the flip side, how do we raise our vibration?
By cultivating positive emotions, gratitude, joy, love, compassion, these all have higher vibrational frequencies. Practices like meditation, spending time in nature, being kind to ourselves and others, these can all help to elevate our energetic state.
So it's not just about thinking positive thoughts, it's about embodying those positive emotions.
Precisely. It's about shifting our entire being to align with the frequency of abundance.
Okay, I like that. But Wondunna-Foley takes it even further, right? He talks about this idea of a global shift in consciousness.
Yes. He proposes that as more individuals align with abundance, it creates a ripple effect that can contribute to a collective upliftment.
Okay, honestly, that sounds a little far-fetched to me. Like, how can my individual vibes impact the whole world?
I know it sounds like a big leap, but there's actually quite a bit of research on collective intention and how groups of people focusing on a specific outcome can influence events.
Really? Like, what kind of research?
There have been studies on large-scale meditations and prayer groups showing measurable effects on crime rates, conflict resolution, and even global events. It's like the idea that a critical mass of people can create a tipping point for positive change.
Wow, that's pretty fascinating. So if enough of us embrace this idea of infinite abundance and actually raise our vibration, it could have a real impact on the world.
That's exactly what Wondunna-Foley is suggesting. He believes that a shift from scarcity thinking to abundance thinking could have profound implications on a global scale. It could transform everything from how we approach resource allocation to how we interact with each other.
It's definitely a thought-provoking concept. But let's be real for a second. Life isn't always sunshine and rainbows, right?
Sure enough.
So what about the challenges, the setbacks, the inevitable curveballs life throws our way? Does Wondunna-Foley just ignore those?
Not at all. He actually encourages us to see challenges as opportunities for growth.
Oh, okay, so it's not about pretending everything is perfect.
No, it's about reframing our perspective. It's about understanding that even difficult experiences can serve our highest good, even if we don't see it at the time.
So it's about approaching those challenges with resilience and a belief that we can learn and grow from them.
Exactly. And with a trust that the universe is ultimately supporting us, even in the midst of those challenges.
I think that's a really powerful message. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that abundance is just about material wealth or success. But Wondunna-Foley seems to be pointing to something deeper, something more holistic.
I agree. He's talking about an abundance of love, joy, purpose, connection. It's about recognizing the richness of life in all its forms.
Right. It's about appreciating what we already have while also being open to receiving even more.
And taking inspired action towards our goals and dreams, knowing that we have the power to create the life we desire.
Okay, so it's not just about sitting around and wishing for abundance. It's about aligning our thoughts, feelings, and actions to become a magnet for it.
Absolutely. It's about taking responsibility for our own experience and recognizing that we have the power to shape our reality.
And potentially to contribute to a more abundant world for everyone.
Precisely.
I don't know about you, but this deep dive has really got me thinking. What if we all truly believed in infinite abundance?
That's a powerful question.
How would it change our approach to life, our goals, our relationships, our interactions with the world? It makes you wonder if maybe, just maybe, this shift in perspective is what we need to create a more just, equitable, and fulfilling world for all.
It's definitely worth pondering. And perhaps that's the most important invitation here, to explore this concept of infinite abundance for ourselves and discover what it means in our own lives.
I couldn't have said it better myself. So for everyone listening, I encourage you to contemplate this idea of infinite abundance. What does it mean to you, and how can you start aligning with it today?
Great questions. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Until next time.